Well, as kids head back to school, so do more police officers. Several area school districts hired more school resource officers this school year. WBIR 10 News reporter Shannon Smith found out about the extra security. Shannon?
Well, Beth, school safety has always been important, but with shootings in the classroom becoming more common, schools and police are working to make kids feel more at ease. And often that first step is increasing police presence on campus.
Lenoir City schools go back to class next Monday. When elementary students arrive, they'll see a new face in the halls.
We will have a full-time SRO in each one of our schools.
Lenoir City Police Chief Don White says the 3 city schools used to share 2 school resource officers, but school shootings across the nation are sparking a change.
Anytime that we have a tragedy in a school, it heightens everybody's attention to try to figure out what they need to do different and better.
Lenoir City started a school safety task force to answer those questions. Students, teachers, police, and local leaders agreed a 3rd SRO should be the top priority.
You're giving that extra security to the teachers and to the faculty that police officers with arrest power that is actually on the campus every single day.
White says they're not the only ones increasing officer presence at schools. Maryville City Schools hired 3 new SROs for this school year, and Monroe County approved 5 more officers back in April.
I think it's just something that's on the forefront.
The School Safety Task Force also talked about updating technology and security systems, fencing around schools, and access inside.
Getting those things in place, knowing what it's going to cost, each one of those is just the next layer of security.
But for now, White says having a full-time resource officer at each school is an important start in the bigger discussion.
The parents should be able to go back home or go to their workplace and know that we're doing our job.
Now, looking at some of the bigger school districts in the area, Knox County Schools has a school resource officer working at each of its 89 campuses across the district. Sevier County Schools has 16 school resource officers and Blount County has 23. Beth?
All right, Shannon, thank you.